All right, we're on activity 2.12. We are starting on page 134. Everybody's starting on this activity today, so we can jump right in. The first learning target, please number them. You have 1, 2, and 3. Says, identify and analyze persuasive appeals. Number 2, orally present reasoning and evidence to support a debatable claim. Number 3, identify and evaluate arguments as logos, pathos, and/or ethos. So, we haven't talked about this yet in this class, but it is on the board. Under logos, please write logic or facts. That's when they're using logic or facts to persuade you. Under pathos, please write emotion. Under ethos, please write trust. That's what they're using to persuade you. It's on the board, write that down. During this lesson, you will be visualizing, KWHL chart, debate, brainstorming, note-taking, and using a graphic organizer. Please put your finger on before reading. During before reading, it says, persuasive appeals are an important part of creating a convincing argument. Read the definitions below to understand how writers or speakers use each type of appeal. So we have logos, pathos, and ethos. You need to know all three types. So please read logos, pathos, and ethos with your shoulder partner now. I will pause the video. Okay, number 2, create a visual of each type of appeal to help you remember its definition. So you're going to draw a picture for each one. So for ethos, what could a picture be? You're going to draw a picture. Then you're going to draw a picture for pathos and logos. So logos is facts. So maybe I would draw like a graph or a percentage to help me remember its facts or statistics. That would help me personally. Please draw 3 pictures. I will pause it now. All right. So you have your 3 pictures, and next we are going to introduce the strategy of debate. A debate is an informal or formal argumentation of an issue. Its purpose is to provide an opportunity to collect and orally present evidence supporting the affirmative and negative arguments of a proposition or issue. During a debate, participants follow a specific order of events and often have a time limit for making their points. Preparing for the debate. A debate provides an opportunity to practice creating a reasoned argument and to identify and use appeals when trying to convince others of your point of view. You will engage in an informal debate on a debatable topic arising from the article below. So number 3 says, read and respond to the following news article. First, by circling any words you don't know. So I'm going to circle that. Please circle this with me. You're going to circle any words that you don't know that you think are important. And next, by deciding whether you are for or against the legislation. So once you circle the words, you're going to look them up, either using your iPhone or a computer in the back. And then you're going to decide whether you're for or against this legislation. Okay, article representative urges action on the media. You are going to read this with your shoulder partner now. You're circling words you don't know, and then you're going to discuss with your shoulder partner whether you're for or against it. I will pause the video now. Ready, set, reading. Okay. Number 4 says read the debate prompt, always posed as an interrogative sentence. So, the debate prompt should always be a question. For example, should the government restrict media usage for anyone under the age of 18 to 2 hours a day on weekends and 3 hours a day on 2 hours a day on weekdays and 3 hours a day on weekends? So you're going to pick yes and why or no and why. Brainstorm valid reasons for both sides of the issue. Focus on logos, logical appeals, though you may use other appeals to develop your argument. During the debate, you will use these notes to argue your side. So, yes, the government should restrict media usage because you need reason 1, reason 2, evidence, and evidence. You need to fill that out. Or you're picking no, the government should not restrict media usage because reason 1, reason 2, evidence, and evidence. I'm going to pause the video now so you can fill that out. Alright, during the debate, when it is your turn to speak, engage in the debate. Be able to argue either claim. Keep in mind the elements of argument and the different types of appeals. Be sure to use appropriate eye contact, volume, and a clear voice when speaking in a debate. So when you are being scored, I mark you down for how many times you have spoken, and you're using eye contact, volume, you're speaking nice and clear while you're speaking during the debate. Here's some sentence starters. I agree with your point about ... because, but it is also important to consider. I disagree with your point about and would like to counter with the idea that. You made a good point about, but have you considered? Your point about ... is an appeal to emotions, and so is not a logical reason or explanation. So these are sentence starters that you can use. On the corner of your desk, you also have sentence starters with accountable talk. You should be using those throughout the debate as well. When it is your turn to listen, evaluate others' arguments for their use of logical appeals. Record notes in the chart below as you identify examples of effective and ineffective logos, and provide a brief explanation for each example. So effective use of logos, you're going to put here. Other appeals, you put here. So that would be pathos or ethos when they are speaking. Okay, so next what we are going to do, I'm going to pause this video in just a minute. I am going to have half of the class that are for go to one side of the room, the other class that are against go to the other side of the room. Then you're going to face each other. So I should have two rows on one side, 2 rows on the other side, and you're facing each other. So for and against, you're facing each other. If you are for, you are saying the government should restrict media usage because. If you're against, no, the government should not restrict media usage because. Okay. So you are going to argue your point. You have to have your reasons, your evidence. So go ahead and find, if you haven't found all your reasons and your evidence, you need to do that. And you're going to face each other. Whoever starts talking, it might be kind of awkward at first, but whoever starts talking, you will get 10 points per time that you're speaking. I would like to hear everybody at least twice. So you need to have reasons with evidence. You need to be using your accountable talk, which is posted on the corner of your desk. Okay, I am going to pause the video and we're going to have the debate now. So please go either on the pro side or the con side. And then I'm going to take notes for every time that you speak. Ready, set, move. Alright, now that we have had the debate, you're going to do the check your understanding at the bottom. It says reflect on your experience by responding to the following questions. What types of persuasive appeals were most effective in supporting the topic during the debate and why? Was any appeal to logos or logic convincing enough to make you change your mind about the issue? Explain. What makes an effective debate? How can the debate strategy help a writer form an effective argument? Please answer these 3 now.